Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. Today we have a good question and some comments that go along with the question, and I decided to wear red because I wanted to think about us to stop a second here, and I've also got my red frame glasses on, sunglasses, and it's to stop and reevaluate exactly some of the premise that we're going to deal with today about this at the peak performance golf swing. And I think the reason is to have caution here in that I think the issue that's going to be presented in this question is because of a misunderstanding of what is actually supposed to be happening at this point in the peak performance golf swing. So this comes to us from David, and David says, "Dear Serge, I struggle with the concept of AFAP. That means after we've made impact with the ball, we stand up as fast as possible. Okay? Stand up to the tee finish. I know the vertical swing instruction says to pop up after impact, and I say that I want to hit it and stand up AFAP like a Pop-Tart out of a toaster. Poof, up after impact. I know the vertical swing instruction says to pop up after impact, but your head, shoulders, and spine angle do not move until the club is past the forward L position." I think he means by the L position that you're in, the club gets about pretty much to parallel to the ground, and then up there. "It is then that the body begins to pop up. I have studied your swing in slow motion for years. The key to getting fully on the left side," and that would be he's a right-hander finishing in the tee position on the left side. "The key to getting fully on the left side and making solid contact is staying down, level, and still way after impact it appears." I will read that one more time. "The key to getting fully on the left side and making solid contact is staying down, level, and still way after impact it appears. The idea of popping up leads to bad habits and bad angles of attack that lead to short right ball flights. I am 100% committed to the swing and to its remarkable results. But the AFAP, and in this case down here he wrote actually ASAP, as soon as possible idea, is being mistaught in my opinion." Submitted by Dave. All right, Dave, I guess I'm going to start off just by saying it's not being mistaught. I think in this case it's misunderstood. All right? The sentence that I read twice, and I'm going to read it again. "The key to getting fully on the left side and making solid contact is staying down, level, and still way after impact it appears." That is what the number one thing that AFAP is actually going against, fighting against, trying to change. That is one of the biggest killers of the golf swing for years, causing bad backs and causing all the maladies of any kind of bad shot that could be hit, especially pulls and pull hooks. That is the key for what you're saying is to stay down and stay here until you get in, then you stand up. That is way, way, way too late. That's what everybody used to say. They want you to keep your head down, keep your head still, stay down, stay through until you see the divot, until you see the ground below where the ball was, or until your back shoulder hits your right chin. Stay down as long as you can. That's the killer for everything, for the back and all the bad shots. The key is that we want to hit the ball and stand up AFAP. Now, so when do I start standing up? Well, I certainly don't. I'm really not standing up before impact, because if I stood up before impact and I was already coming out of the shot before impact, I could go all the way to whiffing it, and I could go all the way to whatever, topping the ball, and so yes, if I come up too soon, it's not correct. So everybody has to work out what their thoughts of and how you get the impact. But at impact, you better be in your swing to here. Some people get off their foot too fast, and they get their foot coming up, but even if they stay down, they've moved ahead of the ball. And so that can cause a problem. But in my thoughts, the concept of swing up to the tee finishes is that we take everything with anything to do with down out of it. Down, I think, is the cancer of the golf swing, to use that terrible disease term. All right? It is absolutely the number one killer of good golf swings. And it's the number one thing that's going to add major problems to your body, especially your back. All right, so we want to hit it. So once I'm up here and I transition from this point, I am already swinging up to my tee finish. I'm already thinking about getting up. I'm already moving and getting to that point where I'm going to be standing up AFAP, pop-tarting. All right, so once I've transitioned, I'm staying in my shot. My spine angle's staying the same. I'm coming down to impact. I'm going to hit the golf ball. But the second I hit that ball, bang, and that club hits the ball, from that point on, everything in my right side, from my foot, my back foot, my right foot, to my knee, to my hip, to my shoulder, and my hands and arms, everything at that point is chasing the golf club up to the tee finish, which is going to be chasing the club to getting the hands over my shoulder, then where I recoil and relax after the tee finish. And so I think you have a misunderstanding there. I mean, many cases, once I've hit the ball, you're going to see that my head comes up fast. I've actually, a lot of people, I think, let their head stay down too long, which slows their body down. All right, so they're trying to stay in their body up, but they still got their heads down too long. Remember, you have, for a fact here, you have muscles in your shoulders and in your neck, and I'm actually using those muscles after I hit the ball. I'm using those muscles to make my head stand up, because if my head doesn't stand up, riding my shoulders, but also try to help itself stand up, it slows the shoulders and the torso from standing up. So the whole thing comes down to timing. You have to figure out, you have to hit some golf balls and learn to time that once you strike the ball, bang, and when I strike the ball right here, all I do is my whole key is my head's coming up and my shoulders are starting to stand up to where they're going to get level to the ground. The sooner my shoulders level off and the sooner my eyes level off to the eyes horizontal to the ground, and that's critical. Keeping your eyes under, they're crooked, you're not in proper balance. You're going to have a very difficult time of struggling to maintain any kind of balance, dynamic balance, because why? Dynamic balance is based on the eyes horizontal to the ground. So the sooner you hit it and you level off as you up to your tee finish, the sooner you get your head leveled off and everything else, you'll be in better balance. Your brain will be able to analyze what just happened in your swing as far as what your body's doing, how the body moved, the muscles that move, when and how they move, and what caused that flight of the ball you now have. So I think, David, for whatever reason, you've misconstrued the fact of staying down too long. That is actually what the AFAP is trying to cure. And there is no staying down that long to there. It's just hit it and Pop-Tart. But again, this is a timing issue. You have to hit with it and practice with it and find it. But as I said, once I've struck the ball, my whole right side is chasing my hands and arms and club to the finish. And again, another thing that helps on this is that many golfers in the past have been taught to drive their legs downward to the ball, which is going to likely put us ahead and keep us down. I actually feel, because we are pre-rolling heavy right and we sink and sit into the right side, when I swing, I'm pushing upward, not downward. I'm getting here and I'm pushing upward, just like a pitcher throwing a pitch, or the tennis player who throws the ball up in the air and they're pushing off up to go get the ball. Well, we're doing the same thing. We're pushing up. So it's all about up. Down is a terrible word in the golf swing as far as the peak performance golf swing is concerned. So I'm gonna load into my right side, and I'm gonna do what? Once I hit it, my right side is just what? It's going through as my shoulders are leveling off, my head is helping lift itself up, and so I can get to that Pop-Tart tee finish. Do that, and I think you'll see a big improvement in your ball striking. More consistent, more solid, more straight, consistently. Okay? Down is a bad word. We want everything is about up. Hit it and stand up. AFAP is correct. All right? Well, that's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon.